Hey guys, what's up? What's up? It's what time is it? It's like 6:47 in the morning, and I'm gonna cover myself here so that nothing accidentally shows because I do sleep naked. Actually, when I'm at home by myself, I'm always naked. I cook naked, clean naked, and sleep naked. I just love being naked. It's so early in the morning. I really didn't sleep much. Um, while I'm up, I want to tell you something that happened while I was on my break. So I met this guy, Japanese guy who, I met him in one of them fast food restaurants. I was buying a drink because I don't eat meat. I don't eat fast food. So it's like, might something to drink. And he was watching the Blue Jays game at the time. And he kept staring at me. And I'm like, why is this boy staring at me? And to make a long story short, he came over and said hello, and he's new, and so we exchanged a number. And I said, if you ever need someone to show you around or need some help, you can call me. So he called me, and we went for a coffee. Well, we went to Tim Hortons. He's very much into like wanted to be Canadian and see all the stuff there is to see in Canada, especially Toronto. And he wanted to experience the Canadian culture, so he fell in love with Tim Hortons. Anyway, so we're there, and we started talking, and he's saying, I'm from Japan, and I said, where? And he's like, I'm trying to remember. I think he said it's close to the airport of Tokyo. And we started talking some more, and he seemed really nice and really sweet. And he's really good looking. Like he's got like the top of his head long, and the sides all around shaved. And and the one thing that got me was he loves jazz music because his playlist. He's really much into like all these great African American jazz singers and blues singers and R&B singers and stuff like that, but mostly jazz. Like he knew like Billie Holiday and Sarah Vaughan and Miles Coltrane and all of them, Miles Davis and all these great ones. So I was like, well, it really impressed me. And we started talking about his life in Japan, and he wanted to learn English and stuff like that. And so we talked a few times after that, and we never got a chance to meet up for a third time till about a month or so later. We met up, and he came to my apartment, and we were talking at the table, and he's like, I feel you, or something along those lines. I can't remember. So I said, oh, come close to me. And I undid his pants. And the reason I did his pants, not because I wanted to have sex with him, was because I was just so curious to see what he looked like what he looked like down below. Like, was it nice and stuff like that. It's not like I've never been with Asian guys. I have. I've been, but I just wanted him to see him particularly what he looked like. And then he started to, so I took so I said, do you mind me taking some pictures? So I'm taking pictures, and he was covering his face because he didn't want, because he was worried like I was going to show people. And I'm like, I'm not going to show anyone. And then I don't know what had gotten to him. He got so overly excited. I must say, I never told him once that I was a transsexual. And, I never brought it up, and he never asked, and, never got into that conversation. So I don't even know if he ever knew what I was. So he started to drag me into my bedroom, and not drag me, but he's like, oh, trying to lead me into my bedroom. Like, come on, come on. So I went in, so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll come there. So we went into my bedroom, and he's like, oh, you want to, it's like, I'll feel it and touch it. And so I gave, so we're fooling around. And then he started to undo my pants because I was wearing these like skinny jeans, and he started to undo my pants. And I'm like, no, no. And the reason I kept saying no, 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 no was because I didn't want him to like find something there that and shock him, like, oh my God, like, because as I said, I didn't tell him I was transsexual and he never asked. I don't think he knew. So so every time he would try to put his hands down there, I'm like, no, 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 no. And he would like, feel all over my breast. And he's like, I want, so he's like, he had like a mission to have sex with me. He's like, I'm leaving to go to Vancouver and I'm not going to be in Toronto. And, his accent, it was really hard to understand him sometimes because, his English was not so good. But, anyway, so I said, well, you know what, I'm not going to have sex with you. And he's like, just on this mission to have sex with me. And, I kept going down, I'm like, no, no. So I said, the only way to get out of this situation is to just give him some oil and send him home or something. So I was giving him some oil, some oil, and he's like feeling up my breast and, he's feeling good. And the one thing I hate about guys sometimes is that when they're going to ejaculate, like, give a girl a warning or something, like give a girl a warning. So, he just all over mouth. So I was like, oh, great. So, I had to go to the bathroom and clean all that up. And I walked him back to the subway. And I called him a few times, text him on WhatsApp and stuff. And then he started acting like he didn't know who I was. And I'm like, wow. He went, from this nice, sweet, cute guy to this guy, well, I didn't get to have sex with you. It seems like, were you being nice those couple of months because you really, because you wanted to have sex with me and you were thinking that I was going to have sex with you? Like what happened to that nice, sweet guy? Like, what happened to that nice guy? So he's like, he texts me and he's like, I'm moved, as I told you, I'm going to Vancouver and I'm not going to be in Toronto. I'm not coming back to Toronto. And, I'm like, yeah, I know you did say that, but he just, and then I texted him a couple more times and he just completely like acting like he didn't know who I was, like, but, it disappointed me because he was just so nice and so sweet and, he wanted to learn English and I was going to help him and, the way he was he just completely changed. Like from the first time I met him to the last time I saw him was like, what happened to that nice, sweet guy? And, knowing the Japanese culture, guys are supposed to be, polite and, well, which he was, very polite and sweet and stuff. But then he just turned into this octopus and, it was all over me. And, well, maybe I shouldn't have undo your pants because I wanted to see him down below, but still, he just completely just changed. Like, not that sweet guy as was, but, I must say though, his penis looked good. Really, it looked good. And you know what? He didn't taste bad at all because, it got everywhere from my mouth. He didn't taste bad at all. And he had a beautiful penis, and I did take pictures of it and stuff like that. And, if you're watching, don't worry. As I said, I wasn't going to show anybody. And what happened to that? If you're watching, what happened to that nice, sweet boy that I met? So, I just wanted to share that story with you. Just wanted to share that story with you. It's like, what time is it now? It's like, 7 o'clock. I'm gonna go take a shower, have some breakfast and stuff. And I just wanted to put out a quick video and share my story with you. And, hope you guys are having a wonderful morning or wherever, wonderful day wherever you're at. Sorry, I'm just a little bit still not quite 100% awake yet. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like my video, leave me a comment, and thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye.